All right, babies, it's that time again. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Freezing 33 degrees. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, the Eagles are lucked out. The Giants beat. The Giants beat the Vikings. What? That means the Eagles are going to play the Giants on the 21st in the evening. Oh, in Philadelphia. Ow! I've been an Eagles fan since Roman Gabriel got traded from the Rams to the Eagles and the end of his career. And just because you don't know, and I need to teach you, he won... Oh, what was it? He won an award that year of being... I can't believe I can't remember it. Anyway, he did really well. Usually when people get traded, it's like, they're all done. He did extremely well that first year, and then forget it. Something like most improved player of the year or something like that, similar to an MVP kind of award. It's kind of a unique award, but it was a good recognition. So I'm still I still haven't gotten into Romans 6, but we had a really interesting day at church yesterday. In fact, it was kind of a... What's going on here? Who knows? I looked at it as an answer to prayer. I shouldn't even say kind of. I would say direct answer to my prayer. Yeah, baby, my prayer. That's right. When you believe God and He loves you and you're doing everything you can to have Him find full residence in you, and there's no BS that He has to move around inside you, but can feel free to cozy up and just live in you. Oh yeah, baby. Things will happen. What am I talking about? I've been praying, and I've been talking to you about it, about this thing that was bothering me in the church, where there's just too much activity, whether it's, somebody speaking, the musicians playing, somebody exhorting the crowd like they're a bunch of idiots and they need to start praising God. And then there's a sermon. Like, there's always like some kind of structure moving from one thing to the other. It's like, when are we going to be still and just wait on God, so to speak, and see what He wants to do? Not that they don't do that, because they as far as trying to obey the Spirit, but there's almost never like a quiet moment. And to me, it's essential if you're going to have a real balanced experience with other believers. You need to balance your noise and your praise with quiet. And what was it? The whole time was quiet. The whole thing, practically the whole thing. So they had their usual music, which actually was kind of crappy music. I don't often say that, but they had these beats going on that were just like, what? It's just like, that sounds kind of hokey, and you guys are anything but hokey. Why are you playing those beats? But anyway, so they kind of did some music. There was like, actually, the first song was great. When I walked in, I was dancing like a fool when I walked in. But then it got crappy, and then they kept singing. So that lasted just a little less than an hour, and that's kind of normal for them. And then all of a sudden, somebody said something Oh, I know it was. The pastor, he said something and started crying. So vulnerability, always a good thing. Always a good thing. In fact, that's one of the huge, my opinion, pieces that are missing in any kind of leadership position. If you don't have self-reflection and vulnerability to be taught, it's not very good. You got to have that balance. Yin and yang, baby. Most powerful symbol in the world. Oh yeah, baby. More than the cross? Kind of. Anyway. And the reason I say that is if you're not a believer in Jesus, you can still benefit from the power of the yin and yang symbol. If you are a believer, then more power to you. Now you have an even greater understanding of the cross. That's my opinion. So anyway, balance, vulnerability. The pastor was just talking, he just kind of glazed over the fact that he always felt bad in his life because he was never a good reader. Maybe he didn't have a great education, or for whatever reason had a reading disability. So he always felt inadequate. And sometimes you do see him stumble over, pronouncing some stupid word in the Bible that nobody needs to know how to pronounce anyway. And so for those kind of reasons, he felt inadequate and inferior. And so he was crying. He got over it. It wasn't a crying fit, but he was being vulnerable. So it touched somebody, and they got up out of their seat, they moved forward, and they're like asking to have the microphone, which they always let people do. I've never seen them deny anybody who wants to speak, which is another good thing, why I like this church. So this person just kind of said, "Hey, dude, don't worry about that. We love you. Don't worry about. We don't care about that. You're a great man of God, and you always love us, and we love you. So stop it." And so I was like, okay, that was good. So I was like, wow, that was touching. That's nice. That sparked the entire church practically to do the same for the next 2.5 hours. Yeah, baby. The whole service was people lining up to say their own personal appreciation for this man of God who has served the community for, 30 years. He's like 75 years old, something like that. So the whole service was heart-to-heart expressions of gratitude and crying. No loud noise, no loud activity, just that. And that was the end of the service. Oh, it was beautiful. I loved it, and I took complete credit for it. Oh, my girlfriend's not here today. Oh well. All right, so that's it, baby. And I do have a little lipstick on because I was sometimes when I play piano, I like to promote diversity, and so I'll just put lipstick on at the beginning of the broadcast just to let people know that, yeah, baby, you can be different and you don't have to be suicidal. Yeah, baby. So I played a little something. I played James Taylor's Shower the People, and I sent that out, and then I played for about an hour, just getting my fingers moving and appreciating the gift God has given me. And just that was kind of it. Oh, and also watched The Chosen, which if you haven't seen, you have to do it. You can download the app free, and you can watch. They're in the 3rd season. Best depiction of first church community at the turn of the century, at the time of Jesus. In fact, there's more depictions of real life interactions between people more than there are actual scenes with Jesus in it. It's that good. You've got to check it out. It's called The Chosen. It'll drop you to your knees, baby. Love you.